Hi guys! This week for Fan Choice Friday, we'll be working on these fall glitter leaves as suggested by Hannah Wynn. The design kind of changed from what I was initially thinking when I saw the suggestion, which I'll talk about a little bit later. And I didn't end up using all the colors that she suggested, but if you'd like to see how I did it, just stay tuned. Starting out with clean, dry nails, I'm going to apply my base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base coat, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. Once that's dry, I'm going to go ahead and apply my base color. I'm using Savvy Red Caviar, and it's probably hard to see, may look black on camera, but it's actually a very deep burgundy, and I might usually have gone with black on my own, but the request was actually for purple. So I started looking at some other dark colors, and like I said, this is more burgundy than purple, but I really like the way it goes with the glitter that I chose to use. I ended up doing 3 coats of Red Caviar just because at 2 coats there were still a couple areas that were a little bit patchy. And now just to speed up the dry time, I'm going to top it with Seche Vite. And just as a note, the Savvy brand is available at Sally's. I'm not positive whether this color is still available or not, but you can certainly use a different color to substitute if you can't find this exact one. Anything nice and dark and vampy will work. You want your base color to be fully dry so that it doesn't smudge when you get to the point of buffing in the glitter. I've got just a piece of scratch paper here, and I'm going to put out a little bit of my pink shellac Beautiful Black because that is the only regular gel polish that I have, and I want that tacky layer to grip the glitter. And then I'm just going to be using this small little brush, and I try to kind of visualize before I get started like how I want the leaves to kind of flow across my nails. And I'm just going to get started drawing, and I apologize because this is another one that is probably not going to show up the greatest on camera. But like I said, I don't have any other gel polishes. And I will just mention that I started out thinking I would just do the outline of leaves. But when I actually got to test buffing in the glitter, you know, the outline just didn't look very clean that way. And I'll show you some of my tests at the end. But I'm just going to continue drawing these on here. And then I'll get to buffing in the glitter and we'll have another hopefully awesome reveal. Once you're done painting on the leaves, this takes 60 seconds to cure under the LED light. And since it was so hard to see, I thought I would just quickly show you guys on a piece of paper my kind of leaf drawing technique, such as it is. Basically start out with just a curved line. Then from the other side, curve it and end in a little point. And then fill in the middle. And then finally add a stem. So just like literally a super simple leaf. I was originally going to do like maple leaves or something, but they turned out to be a little bit beyond my skill level. So for the glitter, I thought about using the chocolate glitter that I'd used before, but I decided to go with this bronze. It's not really very bronzy. It's more like a very dark gold. And this is just the Recollections brand that you can get at Michael's. And I used a makeup sponge when I was applying it to the whole nail. But since I'm just applying it to the leaves, I'm just using a sponge applicator. So I'm just going to get some of the glitter on there. and then start rubbing it on. And I didn't put the same number of leaves on every nail. I wanted them to just kind of look like they were blowing across my manicure. And once I get this all buffed on, I'm going to finish it with a gel top coat. You could certainly go ahead and use a regular top coat, but I would recommend probably at least 2 layers, because this type of loose glitter really tends to, I don't know, it seems like it just drinks top coat. You put it on and it looks glossy for a minute, and then as it dries and sinks in, it just gets rough again and almost like you hadn't applied any at all. So I'm going to finish making sure everything is covered, and then find my little brush off brush and wipe away any excess. Just a couple notes before I add the top coat. If you have any places where the glitter is just sticking and doesn't want to easily brush off, you can just kind of go in with an orange stick, and you can even kind of change the shape of the leaves a little bit if you have any that turned out a little bit messy. And if you wanted to make them even more detailed, you could certainly go ahead and like put an outline on around them, or add the veins of the leaves on top of the glitter. But I want this to be kind of a little more, I mean, not completely abstract. I'm hoping people can tell that these are leaves, but I just decided not to do that. And for my top coat, like I mentioned, I'm using the Pink Shellac Ultra Shine, which will need 60 seconds to cure under the LED. So here's the finished manicure, and I have kind of mixed feelings about it. And I feel like I say that a lot, but with this one, it just turned out so different from how I originally pictured it in my head when I got the suggestion. But I like the way it turned out. I don't know, maybe I'll have time this fall to revisit something closer to what I was originally thinking of. I did want to show you guys some of my little testing and sketching type of stuff. This little row right here, and it's kind of hard because the paper has kind of curled up because I put top coat on it, but these are the other colors of glitter that I was considering using, and then these are the other colors of polish that I considered using. And then on this side, I was kind of just playing with how I was doing the leaves to curve them all in one direction or to curve them in different directions. So I did a little bit of testing for this, but it was like the more I tested, the more my idea kind of changed. So let me know what you think of how it turned out. Be sure to subscribe so you can see the next 3 Fan Choice Fridays. And yes, I know there's only 2 Fridays left in the month, but there was a tie for 4th place. So one of those Fridays is going to be a Fan Choice double feature, I guess you could say. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, thanks for watching.